Hello everybody, this is Dr. Whipple. Welcome back to another video for English 150 Section W, Summer 2015. I'm here today to talk to you about paper number 1, or project number 1. It's in 2 parts. The first part is a piece of media that you're going to have to create. The second part is going to be an explanation. I'm going to talk about the first part first and the second part second. The first part is asking you to create either a haiku deck, and that's a program that you can access and use on the web, a haiku deck slideshow, a PowerPoint slideshow, a Prezi presentation, and that's Prezi.com, or a keynote, that's for Macintosh, a presentation showing how you are literate in 3 different areas. Now, we talked in daily comment 1 about how literacy is expanding and changing, the Elizabeth Daily article. Okay, so tell me about the literacies that you have. You can talk about your reading and writing literacy if you want. You can talk about your athletic literacy, your technological literacy, your literacy in baking lemon chess pie, your literacy in babysitting. Whatever your literacies are, you're probably going to need to spend some time brainstorming what your literacies are before you actually start creating this. 2 or 3 things that are going to be very important as you create this paper. Number 1, this needs an introduction and a conclusion just like any other paper would. Okay, no matter how we create meaning, we need to introduce the idea we're talking about to get it settled and set in our reader's mind. Okay, and then we need to conclude. We need to sort of ease the reader out of the more immediate things we're talking about back into the world that she or he left when we started talking to him in our paper or our presentation or our multimedia or whatever. Okay, so you need to do that. So you need to have an introduction, you need to have a conclusion. Second thing I need to tell you is that this is about you. This paper is completely about you and your literacies. Don't talk about literacies in general, don't talk about people in general, talk about you and your literacies. Now, these are going to be multimediated, so you're going to need both pictures and text. You may use pictures you've taken yourself. If you use pictures off the web, you're going to need to look for free pictures, that is copyright-free pictures. Just because a picture is available on the web by right-clicking and saving it doesn't mean that you can use it as your own. You can't, really. Copyright in pictures occurs at the moment of creation. So it's best to use copyright-free pictures or the clip art in your computer, or collections of copyright-free clip art that you might have. A good way to look for pictures of what you need that are copyright-free is to just simply Google copyright-free pictures of blank, cats, bananas, baseball bats, whatever you need a copyright-free picture of. You're probably going to find them. Okay? All right. The third thing is I want to talk to you about is the fact that I want you, and I've mentioned this in the assignment, I want you to show us you living these literacies. I want us to see you playing baseball. I want us to see you knitting a sweater. Want us to see you flying a plane, whatever your literacy is. Okay, so tell us stories. Stories are really important. Human beings are storytelling animals. Okay, that's the title of a recent book about narrative, The Storytelling Animal. Humans want to tell stories, and when humans tell stories, what that does is when we tell a story, we give a little bit of ourselves to the reader, to you, the reader. When I tell you a story, I give a little bit of myself to you, the reader, and that brings us the distance between the reader and the writer. That brings that distance, makes that distance shorter. It brings us closer as readers and writers. So tell those stories. If you don't have a lot of experience talking about yourself, if you've always been told in high school, don't talk about yourself, you can break that rule, throw it out the window, throw it in the trash can. Talk about yourself. Use I. You cannot create this paper without using the first person singular. Okay? The last thing I want to talk about is that there's a 2-part paper, the multimedia part, the presentation, the slideshow, whatever, and the second part, which is your explanation. I want you to tell me about how you wrote this paper and I want you to tell me how you think it is or is not better than maybe a more traditional text paper would be. Okay? Thank you very much. I sure appreciate your taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, email me, whipple@creighton.edu. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Remember, this is due on Sunday, okay, Monday, the 17th. So be working on it now. Again, any questions, email me. Bye-bye. Take care.